Hello, my wonderful viewers all over the world. Welcome once again to The Boy Media. And please don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and also watch the end for clarity papers. And don't forget to share your opinion as well. I don't know how many of you have heard about the latest Yahoo boy in town, or should I say, latest Yahoo man, because from the look of things, this particular one, it don't pass Yahoo boys doing. This is on another level. So, the chief of staff to the president, Femi Gbajabiamila, has been exposed alongside one Prince Aderemi Adeniji. Now, the story is complicated, but I'm going to break it down. I don't know how many of you have heard about the 1.3 billion naira that was allocated to a fake agency, through the help of the chief of staff to the president. Now, Aderemi Adeniyi came up with a fake agency that is not registered, a private agency for that matter, and they succeeded in getting 1.3 billion naira from the Nigerian national budget. Yes, from the national budget, they got 1.3 billion naira. This one is shocking, right? And to even make matters worse, Aderemi claimed that Femi Gbajabiamila got 400 million naira from him to secure an apartment, an office at the Federal Secretariat. Yes, Abuja. Now, for you to get an office at the Federal Secretariat in Abuja, you must pass through the chief of staff to the president. Now, the issue escalated because Aderemi, who came up with a fake agency to scam Nigerian government 1.3 billion naira from the allocation, claimed that he was owing an outstanding of 200 million naira. So the total amount he was supposed to pay is 600 million naira so that he can get the pass from the chief of staff to the president. I don't know if you're getting clarity of what I'm saying. Stay tuned because I'm going to be making it more clearer to you, and I'm going to be allowing you to take a look at videos from Randy Peter and Arise TV for you to get more clarity on this issue. Now, this guy went as far as getting a central bank account, which is something that is quite difficult. It has to be, an individual cannot have a central bank account. It must be a corporate organization, or it has to be a company before you can have a central bank account, a very strong company at that. This guy got the apartment at the Federal Secretariat, hosted international meetings involving different organizations and white men coming for meetings at the Federal Secretariat, and the president of the nation is not aware of it. Not until there was escalation of a disagreement for the amount they were supposed to pay, the bribery amounts, you understand, that chief of staff is supposed to be getting. Now, chief of staff is coming out to deny the claim that he is not aware of it, and that his signature was forged on the certificate, that he was not the one. According to the chief of staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, he claimed that it was his second in command, his assistant, that forged this, and this his assistant is already dead. According to him, there was a fire incident that claimed the life of his assistant. Mysteriously, there was a fire accident. I don't know if this is making sense to you. Now, this is another investigation that should be done if Nigeria is a working place. Investigation needs to be carried out to know why the death of this man. How did the fire incident occur? What led to his death? Because all these stories now is now adding up and is leading somewhere. The EFCC is aware of this fake agency. According to the report, EFCC also gave him clear pass to operate, but it was not a registered organization. Now, for you to get a CBN account, your name must have been listed, you understand, as one of the companies, and the CBN has all it takes to check if you're a registered organization or not. And now, for you to get money from the national budget, 1.3 billion, it must have been passed at the Senate Assembly. It must have been screened. Your name must have been listed among existing corporations or agency before you can get any amount from the Nigerian national budget. And now, being a private body, getting such huge amount of money from the Nigerian national budget is another alarming issue. When did private sectors now started getting huge allocations, especially a fake agency at that? The story is more interesting than you can even imagine. Now, I need you to take a look at the video. Listen to Randy Peter, listen to Seaking, listen to Arise News. They have more clarity on this matter. Take a look at the video, guys.
So in Nigeria today, under master strategy leadership, a private individual from nowhere fit wake up all of a sudden, open an agency under the presidency, get office allocation for federal secretariat, employ staff, get central bank account, engage and exchange memos with National Assembly leadership, get appropriation, engage with other heads of government agencies including EFCC chairman, get visit and engagement with diplomats from other parts of the world, and somehow remains unknown without trace by any of the institutions. In fact, presidency say you are an impostor, you are unknown. APC oye, APC oye. Ori buruku lenche o. Oshi lenche. My country people, when they follow this scandal of alleged bribery involving Chief of Staff to Tinubu Femi Gbajabiamila by one Prince Aderemi Adeniyi, where the man they allege say him pay bribe of about 400 million for them to make him DG of one agency, a presidential foreign intervention something, and that is supposed to balance about 200 million. But now, due to fallout of about percentage of payments and all of that, it don't become yam pepper scatter. Now, presidency by Ononuga, they don't issue statements, say the man is an impostor. They don't clear Femi Gbajabiamila. Nigerians, I just want to let you know the thing where I don't talk before. As bad as this scandal is, it is not the worst. Now the one will come out night, you go here. When we they talk, say Nigeria government in this country is organized criminality, a lot of people know they understand. The first offense you go commit for this country is to be poor. If you want to engage in criminality, ensure you have the backing of strong persons in government and institutional protection. With that, there is no limit to what you can achieve. You will go very far. No matter the outcome of this investigation or findings, this is an indictment on the Tinubu regime. It is a shame and a huge scandal. So make we assume, say we don't agree. See, when people they talk, say this country bad, Nigeria to a lot of people know they bad though. In fact, Nigeria may be working the way it is configured to serve criminals in power. It is up to the people to reconfigure Nigeria to favor every other person, including the common man. So make we assume, as Bayo Ononuga, they don't talk now flippantly, say, oh, the man is an impostor. Let us assume that truly the allegations against Femi Gbajabiamila, they are false and all of that. So Bayo Ononuga, Chief Bola Tinubu, Femi Gbajabiamila, all of una way they on the mandate. So a person woke up and opened an agency under presidency. Nigerians, you know, say there are some agencies that can be under ministries. You can get Agency Institute for Livestock, it go there under Ministry of Agri. You can get a Universal Basic Education under Federal Ministry of Education. You can get NAFDAC under Ministry of Health, and so on and so forth. This institution is directly under the presidency. According to the documents where they circulate, you got appropriation from National Assembly of over 1 billion. You got a central bank account. You were able to engage with diplomats from other countries. You were even exchanging memos and correspondence with other agencies of government for months without trace. That is the entire institutions of government. So if the man is an impostor, have you been able to name the collaborators? Is it a total institutional failure or a problem of criminals within agencies working with them? So how did it get to this point without trace? Nigerians, a lot of people go, they tell me, say, Peter, you always talk about INEC reform and this and that. I just want to let you know that every problem for this country is created by the government, and as long as it benefits persons in government, it will not end until you get a means of holding government accountable. That will be through you voting your leaders. As it is today, this one where they talk now, Shena, because they don't come out. So how many Nigerians will come out to tell you the story of how much was taken from them to get jobs even in many other government agencies? If you want to say they won't carry you for FIRS, Central Bank, NMPC, this and that, you know they hear the story, including even police, custom, NSCDC. Una know they hear them. You won't work for teaching hospital, they go say, bring this amount. People where they poor, where they find work, they will even go to the extent of borrowing money so that they can get a job in a country we call our own. So this scandal where everybody they hear so now, is it new? Not because it don't come out. The real question will be how many more persons within the government currently, how many persons heading different agencies, how much is it possible say they go don't pay, and to whom was it paid, and what is the constitutional agreement for them? Abi whatever they sign, say memorandum, say by the time you they head that agency, waiting I go they get, waiting this other person go they get. Nigerians, it is up to all of us to deliver ourselves. The first point of accountability is that election where you see so to hold your leaders and choose the ones you can hold accountable. Every Every problem when you talk for Nigeria today, you don't talk am before. If you do nothing about government, you will talk about it in another 10 years. The persons who configured Nigeria to work like this as a sophisticated criminal enterprise, they will not let it work for the benefit of other people because it benefits them. Now you, they shout, say Nigeria no good. The question is, the people where they benefit, it no good to them. When you get government that is transparent and accountable, una go see American wonder. The calisthenics of corruption. Olympic, the who is who in the corruption World Cup. Now Nigeria the best 11 day. Congratulations on having a private citizen open ministry under the presidency, and the presidency will make we believe say now just innocent individual. They are just making allegations. A round of applause for Oriburuku. My name is Peter for Nigeria. Nigerians 2027, shine your eye. Deliver yourself, because this criminality, this Oriburuku will continue for as long as you permit it.
This next story has Nigerians asking serious questions about accountability at the highest levels of government. The presidency has flatly denied the existence of the Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council, which was ironically allocated 1.3 billion naira in the 2026 budget. In a statement issued by presidential spokesman Bayo Ononuga, the agency's alleged Director General, Prince Adeniyi Adeyemi, is described as an impostor who forged his appointment letter. According to the presidency's statement, Adeyemi operated out of an office at the Federal Secretariat Complex in Abuja for over a year, hosting meetings with foreigners and Nigerian officials, and even attempted to obtain U.S. visas for his staff through a note verbal from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, alerted the DSS and the police in October 2025 about the fictitious agency, and Adeyemi was arrested at his secretariat office on October 27th. The police raided both his office and his home in Suleja, discovering 34 bank accounts, 9 opened in the names of his fictitious agencies, and alleged evidence that he fraudulently opened a CBN account by deceiving the Office of the Accountant General. Adeyemi was released on bail and now faces an 8-count charge, including criminal forgery and impersonation, and is due in court on July 27th. Well, here is a video showing Adeyemi promoting the fake agency.
The vision driving the work of Presidential Economic Advisory Council and the Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council. This demand bold idea, bolder actions and strong collaboration and decisive change. The council was created to serve a simple but powerful purpose, that is to support the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu FR. Her mandate is clear. We aim to shape policies that not only stimulate growth, attract both foreign and local investment. Being privileged to serve as the Director General Master to me personally, because I know what is. I have seen the challenges and the potential in this country. I believe in what this council stands for. In the short time since my appointment, we have laid the foundation for impact, streamlining investor support systems, improving advisory structures, and aligning national priorities with practical solutions. Our work is ongoing and we have a long-term vision, but the goal is simple: to build an inclusive, stable economy where opportunity is accessible to everyone. To the citizens, the entrepreneurs, and the partners, we are working for you and with you to move Nigeria forward. God bless Nigeria.
Well, this story has generated significant reactions online. After Adeyemi was arrested and released on bail, he alleged that Femi Gbajabiamila collected 400 million naira by proxy to secure him the appointment, with a 200 million naira balance still outstanding. But Adeyemi's claim directly contradicted his earlier statement to the police, where he stated that one Dolapo Babatunde Tanimola, who died in a fire incident on October 22nd, just 5 days before his arrest, was the person who assisted him in procuring the fake appointment letter. The presidency has described Adeyemi as a serial fraudster, pointing out that in 2016, he falsely paraded himself as an ambassador of the World Youth Organization until the United Nations denied its existence. Now, here are the 3 questions Nigerians are asking online. How did a fake agency secure an office space at the Federal Secretariat, attract foreign diplomats, and get 1.3 billion naira into the presidency's own budget? And I'll take Kalu Aja's tweet. He wrote on X, "This situation is quite concerning. Femi Gbajabiamila, the chief of staff to the president, claims that the Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council does not exist within the structure of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. However, this very council is listed in the budget of the presidency, not in some distant ministry or agency. It's allocated within the budget of the presidency itself. This raises 2 possibilities. Either the presidency is unaware of its own budget, which is meant for its own operations, or the secretary to the federal government is being dishonest. What surprised me is that the secretary is making a definitive statement on an issue that can be easily verified. I have attached screenshots from the Federal Budget Office, which shows what the National Assembly voted on and what the president approved. The amount in question is 1.3 billion. We will be closely observing how the president responds to this situation. Dr. Bati, this story has gone viral on social media. I had highlighted the 3 questions that Nigerians are asking online. And of course, over to you. I'd like your comment and analysis on this subject.
Okay. You said it has generated a lot of concerns.
Yes.
Understandably so. Because this is so bizarre, this is so unbelievable, this is so scary that the Nigerian government will not know its own agencies. And that an alleged con artist, an alleged confidence trickster, scammer, will operate in the full face, open in your face operation of the Nigerian government, and nobody will raise questions. You showed one of the clips where he was even advertising and promoting the agency. Now, in our time, when we were in government, there was a basic book in front of you that that was given to everybody, where they had the list of all government agencies, ministries, parastatals, principal officers of government with all their phone numbers. So if you came to my office and you said, "Oh, I'm this and this," I only needed to take one of those 2 books and check immediately if you existed. But under the APC administration, we have seen a scam in the right face of government. How did the man get a space in the Federal Secretariat? The Federal Secretariat offices, are usually allocated through the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Some of my staff had an office there. I never visited the place because they would come to the villa to come and see me. There's no way you will get that office if your office does not exist. And yet, this particular fellow was given an office there. He claims that he has a letter of appointment that was procured, that was the word he used, by one Tanemola. When the police went after him in November 2025, the Tanemola had died 5 days before. And then he was charged to court in one of the reports in November 2025. November 2025. This is 2026.
Yes.
We are now being told he's going to appear in court on July 27th. Almost a whole year. The matter has not been considered in court. The man was holding meetings with ambassadors in a hotel called the West Carton, somewhere in Asokoro in Abuja. Now the Ministry of Foreign Affairs complained and wrote to the office of the NSA and also wrote to the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation seeking clarifications. All of that was last year. And then that man continued to operate. He met with Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps Honorable Benjamin Kalu. He met with other principals of state and they granted him audience. So what happened to that publication that we used to have about existing government agencies and individuals that have been appointed into government? So what you have seen, the point we've always made about data, information. You are running a government without basic information, without basic data. We are not even talking about MBS. Basic information about persons who have been appointed to positions. And this man, you say he's running a promotion, export promotion on behalf of the presidency of Nigeria. I think it's a scandal.
Complete scandal.
This man create a fake presidential office to the point that he has a CBN account, and they allocate about 1.3 billion for that same presidential office in our 2026 budget. Now let me walk through in case you are not aware. This man's name is Prince Matthew something, and okay. According to him, he paid our chief of staff Gbajabiamila. I don't care. He paid him 400 million according to him. And he was supposed to pay 600 million for this appointment, but he paid 400 million because he has not been able to pay the remaining 200 million. Now he can cost wala where everywhere come boss now. But federal government is coming outside to defend their own person. That this man, this prince is lying, but this prince is trying to ask us, is trying to let us know that how can federal government say I created a fake office, but this same fake office gets CBN accounts, it gets staff, that they go international meeting, they even invited foreigners to come for that same meeting on behalf of this same office. You see, under tinubu, so many things they happen where we say sometimes I just sit down and ask myself, are we under spare? Should they cost us? So federal government is trying to tell you now that me, as seaking, I can wake up from the comfort of my room and go and create a presidential office. I will get CBN bank accounts, and they go do presidential waka waka from one country to another, and they go still even put
wonder shall never end. If they explain Nigeria to you and you understand, it's either you don't meant or the person where they explain give you don't meant. Something must be wrong somewhere, because tell me how a fake agency is able to get this clear pass from efcc, from CBN, and from the Nigerian, from even from judiciary, because you must have gone through court processes and everything for you to get a clear pass, for you to obtain such amount of money from the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, this is what you need to understand. There's a lot of loopholes in Nigerian government, in this present administration, spearheaded by a so-called master strategist in failure. Yes, Bola Tinubu under his nose. Jesus, do you know what it means for you to get an office at the federal secretariat as a fake agency? You're not even registered agencies find it difficult to get offices in that area. But this man successfully got offices and even hosted different dignitaries in this present administration. Big ministers, like you saw in some of these videos. Ministers were hosted. You understand? Senators he met with senators, interacted with them, had the confidence to continue, existing. And for your information, there is yet another 27.59 billion naira, a bit trillion, that they want to obtain from the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is where the major scandal came. This is where the major issue came, because he was supposed to pay about 49.5% of the total amount of money to Femi Gbajabiamila, who is the chief of staff to the president. But the guy say him no go fit pay such amount, say he cannot pay that amount, that is too much, it's too outrageous for him to give out such a percentage. Of course, there must have been a lot of people involved in the deal. So probably Femi Gbajabiamila was being greedy, or probably he was being selfish. You understand? He wanted to take much more than is necessary. The guy will need to settle other people. Now himself will bring the idea, go need chop. You understand? Now where the matter take really cool. If not, Nigerians wouldn't have been aware of this particular one. And from investigation, this case this office has been operating since 2024 or 2025. For how many years now? They have been collecting money from the Nigerian National Project. They have been receiving at their own allocation. What are they doing for Nigeria? We don't know. What the money they have collected, what have they used it for the benefit of Nigerians? There's no office, there's no buildings, there's no infrastructure, there's no development, there's no industry. The money is going to their personal pockets. Now, this is one of the biggest frauds of the highest order, that a non-registered organization can scam a government and get a CBN account that the money was paid to. Does it make sense? This is something that needs serious investigation. In all of this, Femi Gbajabiamila is still operating. Femi Gbajabiamila is still the chief of staff as we speak. He has not stepped aside. He has not been sacked for proper investigation. Nigerians, we need to call for his immediate sack. Probably he should step aside, even if he's not going to be sacked. Let him step down and allow EFCC to investigate, allow ICPC to investigate all the organizations responsible for misappropriation of funds or embezzlement of funds. They should come in and investigate. EFCC, na their work. Yes, they need to come and investigate. You understand? This is a fraudulent act that needs serious investigation. Even the death of the second in command to the chief of staff needs to be investigated. Why did he have to buy? We need to know what really caused his death, because Femi Gbajabiamila cannot be telling Nigerians the real truth. He cannot tell us that he's not aware of the operation of this agency under his own cabinet, under his nose. How did they get the clear pass? Why were they existing for how many years and you could not find out until he has been exposed? And now, the so-called Prince Aderemi, who is the founder of the fake agency, has claimed that he has evidence of his payments. So there is evidence against chief of staff to the president. He has evidence of the payment of the 400 million naira, and there are discussions to further pay the remaining balance of 200 million naira. They will come out and tell us that the chart is AI generated, but I hope the man has substantial evidence to back up his claims, because the court does not work with just insinuations and claims. They work with real evidence, and I hope the Nigerian government gets to investigate this issue properly. But the biggest fraud of it all is that they have adjourned the case to the 27th of July 2027, almost a year. This is to tell you that the government of the day is not even serious in investigating this matter. But all the best for Nigeria, all the best for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm hoping that a time will come, issues like this will attract national attention. The Nigerian people will begin to pay serious attention to it, because this matter requires everyone's interest. We must find out how this money is being utilized. How did this agency come about? And this person needs to be prosecuted alongside the chief of staff to the president, Femi Gbajabiamila.